Today's video. In today's video, we'll look at the treaties from the end of the war. And the basis for all the treaties is laid out in the Washington Conference, where all the nations who won and the two major nations on the loss team meets in Washington to discuss a peace treaty. But the first treaty discussed is the Treaty of Lima, which is signed in Lima. They go here first. With one, Venezuela gets some lands taken from it, and Brazil takes a few lands, and Colombia gets a tiny bit right here. And Brazil is allowed to annex to here, with Guyana being gave that. And Bolivia and Peru is split in an interesting way, so I'll be right back in this treaty, in the Treaty of Paris, which was a North American treaty, with a few puppets being created and me erasing these lines, because, well, they're the old borders. And as you can see, Bolivia has been taking quite a few lands. But that's also true for Peru. Ecuador has formed its own old borders. Colombia is now an American. Venezuela is an American puppet. Colombia, Guyana, and Brazil have expanded into Venezuela. Costa Rica expanded into Nicaragua, and El Salvador and Guatemala expanded into Honduras. Now let's go to the Treaty of... Wait, that was the Treaty of Lima. Why did I call it Treaty of Paris? But that was the Treaty of Lima. Now to the Treaty of Cairo, which is all of Africa being changed, the borders and such become occupied. You have the Sinai International Zone, and then these nations have become occupied, either because they played a significant role in the damages done, or they've been made too weak, like Gabon, or Burkina Faso, or Guinea. Well, these ones are because they have coups and ECOWAS wants them back, but can't change them that fast. And these ones are made too small: Mozambique, Zambia, and Namibia. In the Central African Republic, goes without saying why it's too weak. And now let's go to the Middle East, Asia, and Serbia Treaty, or the Treaty of Mumbai, which has been the border change, that's what it's called, and the arrangement was made in Mumbai where they signed off on this. China and Russia have their own treaties. The Treaty of Mumbai wasn't this treaty, but this treaty was the Treaty of Moscow, because I accidentally started doing Russia, instead of deciding to just undo what I did to Russia and redo Russia. I just changed it to the Treaty of Moscow, which was the treaty deciding Russia's future. It was decided to make a few Russian puppets, Serbia and a puppet, Armenia and a puppet, we have Kamchatka puppet, is what they'll call it. This puppet is the St. Petersburg-based state, or you could call it Novgorod, because it looks like that former state. This can be called Muscovy, or Russia. This one can be called the Caucasus States. And then this is Central Russia, or the Ural Mountains, is what's described as, technically. That state is a state where Putin still has the right to rule. This one, the Siberian states, the democracy, and the Yakut, or Saka, one or the other, whatever it's called, was also made into a state. And Mongolia takes Tannu-Tuva. Yeah. Mongolia is already strengthening. Hopefully they don't make the Mongol Empire. And these puppets I just talked about, these are NATO puppets. These are international puppets. These are also technically NATO puppets because America has them. Now the Treaty of Mumbai, which has everything but China. And the Treaty of Mumbai has changed the Middle East and Oceania forever. And some parts of, like, the Treaty of Beijing is all we have left. But parts of it is already complete. The Treaty of Beijing is going to be less harsh than it was, because Xinjiang and Tibet was already freed. So let's see how good the treaty gets. Now to start the treaty. Altered. With America taking many puppets. But I need to edit this map. But one thing I can do right away is get rid of this alliance. Well, I didn't do it too bad. Like, I still need to, like, fix a few things on this map, of course, because I messed it up. Now that we're on, we can say this, get rid of that pact. Now, the map is really easy to fix. And so I'll leave it colored like this for now, just so when I fix it on the next episode, it'll be completely uncolored. And this is what the Treaty of Washington came up with. Is this really fair? Not really. Is it probably going to cause revenge, leading to this world getting bad again because it went wrong in that series? Well, yes, of course, because this is the world going wrong. So I guess they'll have to be revenging nations. Maybe put like a crash, destroy the world economy. Oh wait, that's already destroyed from this war. And nobody's going to realize the true issues until right after, whenever I has no job, chances are, because I was sent to war in total war. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out! But not until you subscribe.